UK's Online Safety Bill, a controversial move to hold social media companies accountable for online harms. Welcome to our video on the UK's Online Safety Bill. This piece of legislation aims to hold social media companies accountable for online harms and create new offences for harmful online behaviour. However, it has faced controversy and divided opinions. In this video, we will be discussing the bill in depth and its potential impact on the future of internet regulation. Stay tuned for more information. The Online Safety Bill, a piece of legislation that has been making its way through Parliament for the past few years and originated under former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, is once again being discussed in the House of Commons. The bill aims to create a new duty of care for social media companies towards their users and new offences to make it easier for police to charge people for harmful online behaviour. However, the bill has faced controversy over its provision for social media companies to prevent legal but harmful content. In response to criticism, the government removed this requirement but strengthened protections for children. The new amendment, supported by 36 Conservative MPs, proposes holding managers criminally liable for failing in their duties to protect children, with a maximum sentence of 2 years in prison or a fine. The bill's impact on Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and the future of internet regulation remains to be seen. This amendment is significant for Prime Minister Sunak as it shows a split within his own party. With over 30 Conservative MPs willing to back the amendment, it puts pressure on the government to accept the changes and shows that there is concern about the protection of children online. Critics of the bill argue that the punishments for not complying with the new duties may not be harsh enough and that it could lead to a new era of internet self-censorship. However, supporters of the bill argue that it is necessary to ensure that social media companies take responsibility for the content on their platforms and to protect children from harmful content. As the bill continues to be discussed in the House of Commons, it will be important to see how it evolves and how it will be enforced. It's worth mentioning that the bill is not yet passed. The Online Safety Bill is still ongoing in the parliamentary process, and it is expected to face more debates, amendments and possibly changes. It's important to note that the final version could differ from the one mentioned in the article. It will be interesting to see how the government navigates the differing opinions within the party and how they address concerns about internet censorship and protecting children online. It is clear that the issue of online safety and regulation is a complex and contentious one, and it will likely continue to be a major topic of discussion in the coming months and years. Additionally, it's important to note that the bill is not limited to the United Kingdom. Similar online safety bills are being proposed and discussed in many countries, as online harms such as cyberbullying, misinformation, hate speech, and child exploitation are a global concern. It's worth highlighting that the bill is in line with similar legislation around the world, such as the EU's Digital Services Act, that aims to ensure online safety and to hold online platforms accountable for the content on their platforms. It is crucial to balance protecting citizens from online harms while also protecting freedom of speech and the right to access information. It's worth keeping an eye on the development of this bill and similar legislation around the world, as it will have a significant impact on how we interact and consume information online. It's also worth mentioning that alongside the proposed legislation, many social media companies have also been implementing their own policies and procedures to address online harms. For example, Facebook has been using machine learning and AI to detect and remove harmful content, and Twitter has been implementing new rules to combat misinformation and hate speech. However, it's important to note that these efforts alone may not be enough to fully address the problem and that it may require a combination of both legislation and self-regulation. In summary, the Online Safety Bill, proposed in the UK, is a significant piece of legislation that aims to create a new duty of care for social media companies towards their users and create new offences to make it easier for police to charge people for harmful online behaviour. It has faced controversy over its provision for social media companies to prevent legal but harmful content. The bill is still ongoing in the parliamentary process, and it's important to keep an eye on its development as it will have a significant impact on how we interact and consume information online. It is also worth noting that similar legislation is being proposed and discussed in many countries. Addressing online harms is a global concern. Thanks for watching our video on the UK's Online Safety Bill. We hope you found it informative and insightful. This is a complex and contentious issue, and we would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Please leave a comment, give us a like, and share this video with your friends and family. Let's start a conversation about online safety and regulation. Thank you, and see you soon.